Happy New Year, everyone. Unbelievably, it is 2026. Whether you like it or not, I know most people were happy to kick 2025 to the curb and start fresh. So we are having a bit of a reset today. We are starting with Well-a-Care because I can't think of a better way to start the year than to start with something clean and fresh in your home. You can hear I have a little bit leftover of a holiday cold, and I think, you know, when the weather gets cold like this, we've had a ton of rain in Los Angeles, and I know weather has been an issue all around the country. And for me, the first thing that I feel when the weather gets cold or when there's rain is I worry about moisture. If you've ever had an issue with mold in your home, as soon as that rain comes in, you're thinking, oh God, is that leak going to happen again? Or that door, is there water coming under that door? If you have anyone in your home who is immunocompromised, and that can be the very young, the very old, or anyone with an issue that they're fighting, mold and mildew are just awful and can exacerbate any issue. Our daughter Violet had horrible issues with mold. We didn't know we had a mold issue in our home. I didn't have any problem with it. I could tolerate it just fine. But because she had another health issue, that mold became really difficult on her. So I'm so grateful that now we have Well-a-Care, because Well-a-Care actually seeks out and destroys mold spores in the air and removes 99.9% of mold spores and mycotoxins and all sorts of other VOCs that can be problematic in the home. And when it gets cold like this, a lot of us, we get inside and we huddle up and we close those doors, and internet went out here, it's back. We close those doors and windows, and then what happens? That indoor air becomes 5 times more polluted than the outdoor air. Because guess what we have outside? We have hydroxyls, which is how nature cleans the air for us. Inside, we don't have those until you get a Well-a-Care, because when you have Well-a-Care, Well-a-Care releases hydroxyls into the air and helps to remove the toxins, the VOCs, in the air and on surfaces. So we're especially thinking about that in these months where it seems like everyone's walking around with a cough or a cold. We have more moisture, we've got rain seeping in through doorways. So this is how we're going to do a reset and start the year fresh. We have New Year 150 is your promo code. It's $150 off Well-a-Care units, and you can get that at well-a-care.com. So Happy New Year, everyone. It's so nice to see you. I hope you guys had a great time. So true, we have a couple in our home on Facebook.
Sun Gorge said, gave a few to relatives for Christmas. So far, they all love it.
Oh, good. So a lot of you gave Well-a-Care as a Christmas gift. That's wonderful. If you missed the holiday sale, the promo that we have going on right now is New Year 150. And you can use that promo code and get $150 off each unit. The unit comes with your cartridge. The cartridge is a proprietary solution that releases natural hydroxyls into your indoor air that kill mold, mildew, VOCs like benzene, formaldehyde, toluene, all things that you don't realize are off-gassing from your carpet, your furniture, your cleaning supplies. This is a way to help get your indoor air clean. You can see right now, ours is yellow. So yellow means there's something in the air that is creating, it means that it's within 10% of normal. So you have a small problem happening here. But the Well-a-Care right here is this tiny little fan, so it's super quiet. So this is just releasing hydroxyls into the air. They're invisible. This happens at a molecular level, and it steals what it needs from these viruses, bacteria, mold, etc. It steals them and actually eliminates them. There's no filter. It doesn't trap things in a filter and then you have to go take that out and face all that nastiness on a filter. You don't have to do that. All it is this easy to change cartridge in the back. It lasts for 90 days, and we put you on auto ship, and they're not expensive. Depending on how many you buy, it's under $20 a month. It can go as low as, I think, $13 a month, depending on, for people who have multiple units. Yes, Bruce. Happy New Year, Bruce, by the way.
Happy New Year. Paula Gregory said, definitely would have purchased it if it did dust too. Do you want to explain how it actually kills the pathogens on dust?
Yeah, the thing, I mean, I do tell people, like, if people are concerned about dust, a filter traps dust in a way that this doesn't. So full transparency there. This does not trap dust. But what it traps is it traps the contaminants that attach to dust particles because it eliminates them. So if you listen, one of the best things you can do to keep your home clean and safe is vacuum and dust more. I mean, that is really an important thing to do. So if you're looking for an air purifier to capture dust and reduce that amount of dust, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be dusting or vacuuming as much. We have a relationship with a wonderful woman who is a home health expert. And she said, as many people who are living in your home is how many times per week that you should be dusting. So we have 3 people living in the home. We should be vacuuming at least 3 times a week. So just a little guideline. If you have more people in your home, more vacuuming. Does it sound an alarm? For instance, for carbon monoxide. What it will do is this VOC meter will turn red. If the air is clean within a certain percentage, this will turn blue. Once it turns orange like this, it means that you're within 10% of normal. And if it turns red, you're beyond 10%. So it's constantly releasing these hydroxyls into the air. I notice this turns orange or red when I cook, if the garage door is open and maybe there's been a car that's pulled in and it gets some exhaust. There are a number of things that can turn the VOC meter. Christine gave it to all 3 of her children for Christmas. Oh, that's amazing. Patricia said, I love mine. You guys have done such a great job helping us to spread the word about Wellis Air because it's a totally different new technology. It's the only technologies, most of the technology that you get with an air purifier is a filtration system. And it can filter particles up to a certain size, but a lot of the VOCs and the toxins that the Wellis Air eliminates they're too small. They are not trapped by a HEPA filter. They will go right through a HEPA filter. So what I love about this is that this is actively going out and seeking and destroying those toxins. Tammy said hers goes on every time she turns on her gas stove. Yep, me too. Me too. So if you're just joining us, we are talking about Wellis Air today. We have a promo code. It is New Year 150. It's $150 off Wellis Air units. It comes with the first cartridge. The cartridge has a non-toxic hydroxyl solution that will release these hydroxyls into your indoor air, and it destroys up to 99.9% of contaminants in the air and on surfaces. So we're talking about mold, mycotoxins, VOCs like benzene, formaldehyde, toluene, things that we are worried about in our indoor air because our indoor air is trapped and it's 5 times more polluted than the outdoor air. So we make it super easy for you. It has this little door on the back, and all you have to do is take out the cartridge, toss it, put in a new one. It takes 30 seconds. No messy filter to change. And what will happen here is your warning light will go on when you're getting close to 3 months, and it will tell you you need a new cartridge. And then when it stops, when the red light goes on, then you know you have to change it. It will actually stop working. If you're using a HEPA filter and you're not changing your filter, that machine is really not doing you any good. So if you have a HEPA filter, please change the filter and wear gloves and a mask, because what is trapped on that filter is nasty and you don't want to breathe it in. But we think this Wellis Air is really a cleaner, much easier way to go. My house is over 100 years old. Would the Wellis Air stay on red because it's so old and probably a bazillion? Shannon, no, getting a connection issue on here. The hydroxyls are going to go out, and they will go out and they will kill what is in there, and they go under floorboards. It depends on how many units you have and how concentrated it is. But mine is always cycling, and other people will say, well, mine's always blue. Is that okay? It's okay. If it's doing the job, cleaning the air, it's fine. But I would say if it's constantly red, then you might want to check with a third party and see if you have an issue in your home that it's not able to contain. But I haven't seen anyone say that. Bruce has a question for me.
Well, Jean asked, does it keep mold from growing?
Does it keep mold from growing? That's such a good question, Jean. So mold starts in the air. So what it does is it takes the mold and the mycotoxins out of the air. Mycotoxins, that's how mold talks to each other. So if you have a mold issue, if you can see visible mold anywhere in your home, you have got to get professional remediation. Don't try to clean it yourself. Mold is scary smart. And once you start killing mold, it actually sends out mycotoxins to tell the other mold spores to colonize. So it knows when it's under attack. It's a really sophisticated microorganism. So get professional remediation if you have mold, but once the mold is clean, if it starts in the air. This will kill 99.9% of it in the air before it has a chance to colonize. So that's why this is such an important tool, especially in my family, because I have 2 children who have a mold toxicity issue. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had a mold toxicity issue. I only knew when it became a problem.
Linda says, we're having major renovations being done in the house. Dust.
Yeah.
I need a separate HEPA filter and this well as both for different size particles?
I would absolutely get both.
Yeah.
Because the dust that's a totally different, it's a different beast.
But explain to Linda and everyone what happened when we gave it to Mom in their fully LEED house where they thought there was going to be no contamination and it was on for...
Yeah, I mean, even for people who build non-toxic homes, and listen, you're reducing a lot of the toxins when you build a non-toxic home. There can still be toxins in there. It's my sister had to do this. She, as my niece Brooke, also has an allergy to mold, and every single thing they put in there, they put in floors that didn't have any glue. They bought organic furniture, again, that was built with no toxic glues and things like that. So every bit of their home. But listen, this is your extra layer of protection. And again, it's Wellis Air. It's at wellisair.com. And your promo code today is New Year 150. So this is a way to reset for the new year, guys. Reset with Wellis Air. If you're not on subscription for the cartridges, I have a few of you DMing me and you're like, oh my God, wait, my machine's turning red and I don't have my cartridge. If you go to wellisair.com, get on subscription. That's how you get the lowest price, because we knock off another 10% when you go on subscription. I keep an extra cartridge in my fridge, and I always have a fresh one. And when I see this light go on that says, warning, it's about time to change, you just pop it out. I'll show you how easy it is to do. I was going to wait until this turned blue, but if I pop out the cartridge, it'll start cycling again. But I just wanted to come on and wish everyone a happy new year. We've had so much fun, family and cooking time. I've been binge watching Stranger Things. So when I see like all the creatures and all the things growing underneath, it reminds me of mold and mycotoxins and wanting to kill them at the source. So that's what Wellis Air can do for you. Wellis Air, New Year 150 is your promo code at wellisair.com. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back. I'll be cooking. I'll be doing my thing. Happy 2026.